First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So in this lesson number 2 on the topic alligation and mixture, now we are going to solve 8 important questions based on this rule. So friends, listen carefully. We have a rule in alligation mixture to solve certain number of questions. For limited number of questions, we can use this rule and we can solve it. So here we are not going to learn any shortcut or not any traditional method too. Why? Because we have a rule directly. So if we have a rule, we don't want to learn any new methods. Understood? If we don't have any rules or if we don't have any formulas, there we can learn shortcut, there we can learn some of the different traditional methods. But here in alligation topics, for certain number of questions, for certain logic based question, we have a rule to solve it. So we don't want to learn any different methods. So better we can learn this rule, and we can learn this rule for all the different kinds of question, and we can apply here itself. Understood? So in this lesson we are going to solve 8 questions based on this rule. That was an alligation and mixture topic. So before solving a question, one thing you should remember is this rule is not only for alligation mixture topic. In case if you are solving a question from profit and loss, or if you are solving a question from percentages, time and distance, average, so wherever the question based on certain logic, we can use this rule and you can solve the question. Understood? So friends, before solving a question, let me learn for what type of question we need to apply this rule. Right? That is important, because in all the alligation mixture topic we are not going to apply this rule. Only for certain logic based question we are going to apply this rule. So first let me learn for what type of question you need to apply this rule. Example, let me take, there is 2 quality of rice, right? Understood? There is 2 different quality of rice. One quality of rice is 10 rupees per kg, right? 1 kg of rice is 10 rupees. It is one quality of rice. Another quality of rice is there which is 20 kg, that is 20 rupees per kg. So 1 kg is 10 rupees, one quality of rice, and there is another quality of rice which is 20 kg. So our target is to mix both the rice. Understood friends? Just listen here. We need to mix both these rice in certain ratio, and I need to sell 15 rupees per kg. So my target is to sell 1 kg for 15 rupees. But I don't know in what ratio we need to mix this both the rices. Understood? So that is our target. Our target to find the ratio. So friends, understood friends, in what ratio I should mix this quantity 1 rice and similarly this quality 2 rice in order to get 1 kg for 15 rupees. So if the question is like this, you can directly apply this rule and you can solve the question. Understood? There is 2 quality of rice. One quality of rice which is 10 rupees per kg. Another quality of rice that is 20 rupees per kg. Our target is to mix both the quality of rices in a certain ratio. We don't know at what ratio we need to mix. Our target to find the ratio. But finally, I should sell the rice that is for 15 rupees per kg. So finally, our target to find in what ratio I should mix this quality 1 rice and quality 2 rice. So based on these logic type question, we need to apply this rule. So how to apply this value? Just see here, item number 2 and item number 1 given, or else article 1, article 2, or product 1, product 2, whatever be based on the question, right? So first we need to subtract item number 2 minus mean price first value. So mean price minus item number 1 second value. So after finding the values and finding a ratio, so resultant will be the final answer. Understood? And second important thing, most of the students will have a doubt. Why I should not substitute 20 kg here, whether I can substitute 20 kg here and 10 kg here. I can do like this or not. Some students will ask, why I should not substitute item number 1 here and item number 2 here. Listen here friends, always remember that this item number 1 should be the lowest quality rice. Lowest quality should be item number 1. And item number 2, this should be the highest quality. Always while writing a value. Just see here the first quality is 10 rupees per kg and the second is 20 rupees per kg. So by seeing this, we can surely say that this rice quality is low when compared to this, yes or not? Because 1 kg is only 10 rupees. So the quality will be low. So here 1 kg is 20 rupees. It should be an higher quality. So always remember that the higher quality should be on the right hand side. the cheaper value should be on the left hand side. Let me assume like this. A cheaper value should be on the left hand side always, and the highest value should be on the right hand side. Understood? For example, let me take another question. There is two quality of gold, right? One quality is 60 carats. 60 carat, just for example I am saying, right? 1 carat 60 carat gold, and another is 80 carat of gold. So here always remember that this is the cheaper quality. So the number 60 should be written on the left hand side, and 80 carat is the highest value. So this highest value should write on the right hand side. Understood? Always the left hand side should be the cheaper value and right hand side should be the highest value. And the last is the mean price. So mean price is the required price, or else we should remember one thing, mean price is the final price. So final price or the mean price. And also one thing you should remember is this mean price should also be taken as the cost price of the product, right? The final cost price of the product. So always remember that mean price should not contain any profit value or else a loss value. That is also important, because most students what they used to do is they write this mean value in terms of profit or in terms of loss value. No, you should not write any profit based value or loss based value in a mean price. So mean price should be the final cost price. Understood? While solving a question I can teach you that, but before solving it let me know all these details, right? So mean price should always be the cost price. That's it. So now we can solve all the 8 questions based on this rule. So one thing, always remember that this is the rule that we are going to apply for these types of question. So before substituting a value, item number 1, that is left side value should always be the cheaper value and right side value should be the highest priority value. And this is the mean price. Mean price is nothing but the total price or a desired price in the question, and or else we can take it as a cost price. And most important thing, mean price should not contain any profit value or else loss value, right? So how to subtract this? We need to subtract item 2 minus mean price will be the left hand side value, and the right hand side value is mean price minus item number 1 is the right hand side value. So after finding both the value, we need to find the ratio for it. So if we need to find the ratio, we just like that we will cancel and we will find the ratio. So that will be the desired answer. Understood? So friends, now let me move on to all the different 8 questions. Question number 1. A gold worker has 2 qualities of gold, one of 12 carat and another of 16 carat. In what proportion should he mix both to make an ornament of 15 carat purity? So friends, understood, right? So what is the logic of this question? A gold worker has 2 quality of gold. So one quality of gold is 12 carat and another quality of gold is 16 carat. So our target, in what ratio we need to mix both these quality of gold in order to get 15 carat purity. Our target to find that ratio. So here we can directly apply that rule and we can solve the question. So before applying this rule, you should remember one thing, always the left hand side value should be the cheaper value, right? Here 12 carat and 16 carat, there are 2 quality of gold. One is 12 carat and another is 16 carat. So we can surely say this 12 carat is cheaper value and 16 carat is the highest value. So the cheaper value should written on the left hand side 12, and the highest value, that is 16 carat, should be written here. And what is the final price, that is mean price? Our target to get after mixing it, our target to get an ornament of 15 carat purity. So the mean price is 15. So now our target to find the ratio. So finally we have applied all the values in the given rule. So now how to subtract this? 16 minus 15 will be 1 here. 15 minus 12 will be 3. So finally 1:3 ratio. So if we mix both the gold in 1:3 ratio, that is 1 part and 3 parts gold. If we mix in that ratio, the resultant value will be 15 carat purity. Understood? So this will be the answer for question number 1. It's very easy, right? Even the toughest question can be solved by using this logic. Here you can apply if the values are in percentages, if the values are in ratio. Never worry about that. Just directly substitute all the values here and mean value here. You will get the final answer. Understood? So let me solve another example question in case if the values are in percentages. How to apply it? But the logic is same, right? This should be the mean price. This should be the cheaper value, this should be the highest value, and finally after subtracting it, the resultant will be in what ratio we need to mix both the quality in order to get a desired price. Understood? So finally answer for question number 1 is 1:3 ratio. Question number 2. In what ratio 20% of acid be mixed with 40% of acid solution to obtain 28% acid solution? So what they are saying is there are two quality, right? One is 20% acid quality and another is to 40% acid solution. So we need to mix both the liquids and finally our target to get 28% solution. Just a simple way, in what ratio we need to mix, right? Again, what we can do is left hand side will be the cheaper value. So cheaper value is 20% will be the lowest, right? Cheaper value or the lowest value, whatever be, it should be written on the left hand side. And the second quality, that is 40% acid. So we need to mix both in certain ratio, and in order to get how much percentage? 28%. That's it. We need to subtract this. So 40% minus 28, just we can, it is enough to write only the value 40, right? Because all the values are in percentages. So better write 20, 40, 28. That is enough. So this will be 12 here and 28 minus 20, resultant will be 8. So finally 12 is to 8. So cancel this on 4 table. So 4 3s are 12, 4 2s are 8. So finally we need to mix both the acid and the ratio, that is 3:2, in order to get the final acid value, that is 28%. So this will be the answer for question number 2. Question number 3. In two vessels A and B, there is a mixture of milk and water. The ratio of milk and water in these vessels is 5:2 and 8:5 respectively. In what ratio these mixture to be mixed together so that the ratio of milk and water in the new mixture becomes 9:4? So friends, first what we can do is we can understand what is the logic of this question, what are all the data they have given and what is our final target. So there are two vessels, vessel A and vessel B. So vessel A contains both milk and water. Similarly, vessel B contains both milk and water in certain ratios. So vessel A milk and water ratio is 5:2. Vessel B milk and water ratio is 8:5. And finally, we need to mix both these vessel liquid in certain ratio. That is our target. In what ratio we need to mix both the quantities in order to get the final mixture in what is milk and water, and the final mixture should be 9:4. This is our target. So friends, we can directly apply this logic in the given rule and we can solve it. But before applying in the rule, you should know one thing. Just see here, the vessel A contains water, milk and water, right? Okay. So milk and water ratio. So milk and water ratio is 5:2. In the exams, kindly don't write this, right? For just understanding, I am writing. In the exams, by seeing the question, you should directly substitute the value in the rule. Understood? So vessel B. So vessel B milk and water is in the ratio 8:5. And similarly, the final mean price, where it should be in the ratio milk and water should be 9:4, right? Just listen here. We know what is the rule. The left hand side should be the cheaper value and the right hand side should be the highest value. But here it is not based on cheaper or highest value. It is based on two vessels, vessel A and vessel B. In the vessel A, we have milk as well as water. But substituting a value here, it should be either a milk or it should be a water. You should not substitute both the liquids here. Either you should substitute only milk, all the value should be milk, or else all the value should be water. If you substitute only milk value, the resultant answer will be same. Similarly, if you substitute all the water values, resultant value should be same. Right? No doubt about it. So either go with milk value or else water value. Just see here. Now I can go with the milk value initially. So milk is in the ratio 5, right? In the first vessel, milk is in the ratio 5. Out of total how many parts? 5 plus 2, 7 parts. So out of 7 parts, 5 part is milk in vessel A. In vessel B, where the milk is in ratio 8. So divided by, what is the total parts here? That is 13. So out of 13 parts, 8 part is the milk. So the desired mean price is in the ratio 9:4. So in the desired price, that is in the final price, where milk is in the ratio 9. So divided by the total parts, that is 13. So friends, understood how I wrote this? This is important, right? Just see here, I have written all the values only for milk. So in the first vessel, where milk is in the ratio 5:2, milk and water is in the ratio 5:2. I have just taken only the value of milk. So milk is 5 parts out of total 7 parts. in vessel number B, out of total 13 parts, milk is in the ratio 8. And the final desired price, where the total part is 13, out of total 13 part, 9 part is milk. Similar logic, just subtract both these values. So 8 minus 13 into 9 minus 13. So 1 divided by 13. So minus does not, we don't want to care about the minus value, right? But just a difference, right? 8 minus 13, 9 minus 13 will be 1 divided by 13. So second, we need to subtract this both. 9 minus 13, 5 by 7. Okay. So 9 by 13 minus of 5 divided by 7. So let me subtract this 13 and 7. So 13 and 7, the resultant will be 91 will be LCM. So we can multiply this on 7. 9 sevens are 63, friends, and this will be 13. So 13 into 5 will be 65, right? So 65, 13 will be 2. So 2 divided by 91. So this will be the second value and this will be the first value. We need to find the ratios, right? So 1 divided by 13 is to 2 divided by 91. So let me cancel this on 7 times. So 7 is to 2. So the final desired ratio is 7 is to 2. So if we mix the vessel in the ratio of 7 is to 2 milk, you will finally get the answer. Understood? So this will be the answer for question number 3. Just understood the logic, right? Logic is more than enough. So always remember, some students will ask me whether I can go with the water value here. Yes, if you substitute the water value, the resultant final answer will be the same. Just see, in terms of milk, if we need to substitute the water value, how you should substitute? So here in vessel number A, water is in the ratio 2 part out of 7 parts. So similarly in vessel number B, out of 13 parts, we have 5 parts of water. Out of 13 parts, 5 parts of water. And similarly in the final mean price, water is 4 parts. So out of 13 parts, 4 parts is water. So if you subtract this value, again the resultant value will be 7 is to 2. So you don't want to worry about it, just substitute any one value in the rule and you will surely get the answer. So this will be the answer for question number 3. So question number 4. In 2 blends of mixed tea, the ratio of Darjeeling and Assam tea are 4 is to 5 and the second blend is 2 is to 5 ratio. So the ratio in which these two should be mixed in order to get the final, that is Darjeeling and Assam tea, in the new mixture 6 is to 13. So friends, understood the same logic. The 2 blends, so blend number 1 which has, so let me write this, right? In the exams, kindly don't write like this. Just to understand the logic of the question, I am writing here. In the exams, after seeing a value, directly try to apply the value in the rule and try to find the answer. Understood? This is completely waste of time, right? So in first blend, we have Darjeeling and Assam tea is in the ratio 4 is to 7. In blend number 2, we have in the ratio that is 2 is to 5. So what is the final mean price? In the mean thing, we need to get in the ratio 6 is to 13. Right? So let me target. We can take either Darjeeling tea alone, or else you can take Assam tea alone to substitute in the value. So here I am going to take only the Darjeeling value, right? So in the first blend, where 4 part is Darjeeling tea divided by the total 11. So out of 11 parts, 4 part is Darjeeling tea. So similarly, out of 7 parts, 2 part will be Darjeeling tea. Then the final mean price, out of 19 part, 6 part is Darjeeling tea, right? So out of 19, 6 parts. So we need to subtract this. So 2 by 7 minus 2 by 7 minus of 6 by 19. So similarly, so 6 by 19 minus of 4 by 11. Some students will ask me, in case if I get a negative value, what should I do? If you are getting a negative value on the left hand side, then definitely right hand side will also, you will get a negative value. So we can better cancel it, right? Not to worry about it. Some students will ask me, in the previous question itself, we are getting a negative value, what should I do? If we are getting a negative value, not to worry about it, surely right hand side also you will get a negative value. So we can cancel both the negative value, that's it, right? So now we need to simplify this. So first 2 by 7, 6 by 19, and we need to subtract both the values. Okay. So 19 into 7. I think better we can write like this. 19 into 7. So this should be multiplied by 19. So 19 into 2 will be 38. So minus of this should be 7 6 are 42. Okay. So finally 42 will be 4. So divided by 19 into 7. So ratio, you don't want to multiply and waste the time, so keep the number as it is, right? At the finally we can cancel it. So here 19 and 11, so similarly we need to find the LCM. Better we can write this as 19 into 11 directly here. So we need to multiply this by 11, 6 into 11 will be 66. So minus of 19 into 4, 36, 4, 76. So this will be 76. Just here, just now I have told you. Here the value is minus 4. Here the value is minus 10. So minus minus gets cancelled. So you don't want to worry about it. So resultant value will be 10 divided by 19 into 11. So we can cancel 19 and 19 here directly. So we can cancel this on 2 table. 2, 5 2s are 10. So multiply this, 11 into 2 will be 22. 7 into 5 will be 35. So finally, we need to mix both the blends and the ratio 22:35. So if we mix in this ratio, the final resultant value we will get in Darjeeling and Assam tea will be 6:13. Understood? A simple logic, right? In case if you want to substitute the Assam tea, you can just put the Assam value, Assam tea value here, and you will get the same answer 22:35. Just try it, you will get the same answer. Not to worry about it, right? So this will be the answer for question number 4. Question number 5. So 2 vessel contains a mixture of milk and water in the ratio 4:3 and 3:5 respectively. The ratio of volumes if quantities from 2 vessels to be mixed together so that the new mixture may contain the same value of milk and water. So what they are saying is, again there is a 2 vessel. One vessel contains milk and water. Similarly another vessel contains milk and water. So let me write this here, right? First vessel 1 contains milk and water in the ratio 4:3. So similarly the second vessel contains milk and water is in the ratio 3:5. So what is our final target? We need to mix both the quantities in a certain ratio in order to get an equal number of milk and equal number of water, or same amount of milk and same amount of water. Read the question again. So the ratio of volume if quantity from these 2 vessels to be mixed together. So in what ratio we need to mix both the quantities together in order to get a new mixture may contain same volume of milk and water. So which means if half the thing is milk, then the remaining half should be water. Equal amount of milk and water should be there in the final mean price. So what we can do is, the final mean price, it should have equal amount of milk and water, that is 1:1 ratio. If milk is 1, then water should also be 1, same amount. Understood? So now what we can do is, we can substitute in the rule. So now I can take a milk value. So milk and water is in the ratio 4:3. So 4 parts is milk out of 7 part. So similarly in vessel number 2, 3 part is milk out of 8 part. So 3 divided by 8. So here the mean price. So milk is in the ratio 1 part. So total will be 2 parts, that is half. So now we need to subtract this. So 3 by 8 minus 1 by 2. So similarly 1 by 2 minus 4 divided by 7. So let me take LCM as 8 here. So this will be 3 and this will be 4 2s are 8. So this will be 4, which is 1 by 8. So minus 1 by 8, or we can write this as 1 by 8. So similarly here LCM is 14. 7 2s are 14. So this should be 7. So here 7 2s are 14. So this should be 8. Again 1 by 14. That's to 1 divided by 15. So finally we can cancel this on 2 table. So if you cancel this on 2 table, 4 2s are 8. Cancel this on 2 table, 7 2s are 14. So the final ratio is 7:4. So this will be the answer for question number 5. Understood? The same logic question. Even though there is a many twist in the question, even they have given many different twists, but you can directly substitute all the values in this rule and you will get the answer. No doubt about it. Only thing is, if you are a beginner, write like this. Only then you can understand how to substitute a value. If you already learned this alligation mixture topic, do not, after practice I am saying, after practicing, do not write all those values. It is not at all needed. By just directly reading the question, substitute water value or milk value here and substitute the mean price, you will directly get the final ratio. Understood? So finally answer for question number 5 is 7:4. Question number 6. In what ratio tea at rupees 240 per kg should be mixed with tea at rupees 280 per kg so that on selling the mixture at rupees 324 per kg there is a profit of 20%. So this complete question is based on a profit and loss, because they are talking about after selling he is getting a profit of 20%, right? So it's based on a profit and loss, but the logic is same, because there is a two quality of tea and we are going to mix it. So first quality of tea, that is 240 per kg, and the second quality of tea, which is 280 per kg. So after substituting it, whether you should write this mean price, right? Here the value should be written mean price. Whether you should write 324 here, you should write 324 or not? No, you should not write 324 here. Just now in the basics I have told you, this is cost price of the first tea, yes or no? Just see in what ratio the tea at rupees 240 per kg. So 1 kg is 240 rupees. So this 240 rupees is the cost price of T1. And this 280 is the cost price of T2, but 324 is not the cost price of the final product. Just read the question again. So that he sells the mixture, the selling price is given, that is 324, that is not the cost price. This 324 is not the cost price. The person sells the mixture, so we can say this 324 is the selling price. Understood? Always remember, if these two values are the cost price, then this mean price should also be the cost price, not the selling price. But here they have given, he sells the mixture at 324 rupees at a profit of 20%. So after selling this mixture at 324, he gains a profit of 20%. So surely we can say this is not the cost price. So you should not write the value here. Why? Because you should write only the value of cost price here. Because this is the cost price of T1, this is the cost price of T2. You should not write selling price here. You should write the cost price value here. So first let me find what is the cost price and then we can substitute here. Understood? So we don't know what is the cost price, that is 100%. We don't know cost price of the tea. But after selling it, he is getting 20% profit. So cost price plus profit 120% is equals to 324. These are the steps we have already learnt. Just cross multiply it. So 120 x is equal to 324 into 100. So finally x is equal to 324 into 100. So divided by 120. So we can cancel 0 and 0 here. So similarly we can cancel this on 12 table. 12 2s are 24. So 24 remaining will be 8, 7 times, that is 27. So finally x is equal to 270. Resultant will be the cost price of the tea. So finally we can say 270 should be written here because it is the cost price. So 324 is the selling price and he gain a profit of 20%. But our target to substitute only the cost price value. So finally we got the cost price, that is 270. So 270 should be written here. Now the same logic. Subtract 280, 270, so this will be 10. So 270, 240, this will be 30. So 0, 0 cancel it, 1:3 ratio. So finally we got the answer. The ratio is 1:3. Understood? So this will be the answer for question number 6. So listen here, these are the things we have already learned in the profit and loss topic. Or a same logic, right? We always take cost price as 100% and the selling price is 20% profit. So cost price plus 100 plus 20 will be 120, will be 324. If not, if you can't able to understand this, better go with the formula itself. What is the cost price formula? Cost price is equal to 100 divided by 100 plus profit percentage into selling price. Yes, this will be the formula for cost price. You can substitute all the value, you will get the same answer. Or else I can substitute and see 100 divided by 100 plus profit percentage. Profit percentage is 20. So 100 plus 20 will be 120. And selling price. So selling price of the product is how much? 324. So if you cancel it, again you will get the same value, that is 270. Just see 100 into 324 divided by 120. 100 into 324 divided by 120. Again you will get the same answer. Right? Either you can go with this method or else you can go with the formula method. Understood? So friends, one thing you should remember while solving a question that is based on profit and loss, that applying on this rule, if we are writing a cost price value here, this mean price should also be the cost price. So if they have given a selling price value, by using either this logic or this logic, try to find the cost price of the product and then substitute here, and the remaining are the same. So finally we got the answer 1:3. So finally here is the last 7th question. So try to solve this 7th question as a homework question. So try this question on your own so that you can surely get the answer, right? The same logic. What is the question says? There is a 2 type of tea. One is 180 per kg. Second is 280 per kg. So we know the cost price of both the teas. So in what ratio we need to mix so that obtain to sold at 320 per kg to earn a profit of 20%. See here, after mixing, he sold that mixture to 320 per kg. So that is a selling price. So just first initially find what is the cost price of the product. So after finding the cost price, try to write in the mean value. So this left hand side part will be tea number 1 quantity, right hand side part will be tea number 2 quantity. So try all those same thing. Final answer is 2:30. Or else write the cost price, right? So cost price will be 800 by 3. So for this question, if you find what is the cost price, it will be 800 by 3, which is mean price. So here while writing the mean price, write this as 800 by 3. So just try it as a homework question. If not, comment in the comment section. I will definitely try to help you if you are not getting an answer. So finally, this will be the answer for 7th question. So friends, it's easy. It's not a difficult lesson. It's a very easiest lesson. So in this lesson, we are just learning for which question we need to apply this rule and what this rule plays and how to substitute all the values in the given rule. That's important, right? That's it we have learned in this lesson. And just take your books and try to solve as many questions you can based on this related pattern so that you can able to understand this rule on alligation mixture easily. So friends, another important thing I just want to say in this lesson end, some students, right, while teaching to my friends, they usually ask one major doubt. After solving all the question, right, they will get a ratio 1:3. I hope you too will get a doubt after solving many questions on alligation mixture. You too will get these types of doubts here. Just see, they will get an answer, milk and water is in the ratio 1:3, final answer. But while looking at the options, they will say 3:1 is the answer, right? Read the question again and again. If you are getting an answer 1:3, but in the options they have given 3:1, just listen here, this will be water and this will be milk ratio, right? So what mixing with what, that is important. If you are getting 1:3, the same ratio, just see, milk is in the ratio 1, water is in the ratio 3. In the final answer, water is in the ratio 3, milk is in the ratio 1. Both are same. Understood? So read the question again and again. So in what ratio water is mixed with milk? In what ratio milk is mixed with water? Again and again I am saying, right? If you substitute milk and water here, final ratio is milk and water. If you substitute water and milk here, the final ratio is water and milk. Not to worry about the answer. After finding the answer, read the question again, which ratio should be written first and which ratio should be written last. That's it. But both these answers are same because here too milk is in the ratio 1, water is in the ratio 3. If you are writing like this, again water is in the ratio 3, milk is in ratio 1, 3:1, 1:3, both are same in terms of the pattern. Understood? So not to worry about it, try to solve more number of questions, there you can understand the logic, right? So that's it about this lesson number 2. So thank you so much for watching this video. In the remaining lessons, we can see some of the important questions in lesson number 3, 4, 5. We can solve some toughest level questions there, right? If you can't able to understand this, just leave it. In the next lesson, I can teach you that also. So thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to share this video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much.